Yes, definitely. A few bands actually have caught my attention greatly this time around. Uh, of course, when we were going through the Carolinas, we did play with Crucis. Very, very promising two-piece band, extremely technical, extremely raw still. Powerful, powerful players. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they're doing, what they're coming up with. They played a couple new songs for us this time. Not only emotional, but very powerful. Kind of grabs you by the heart and pulls you. The next one, absolutely, Witch of 1692 from Birmingham, Alabama. Once again, another two-piece, actually. Dark Throne Worship, basically. Very raw, but when you see them, you listen to them, you know they understand black metal. They understand the meaning, the nature behind it. They're not playing for themselves. They're playing for the music. They're playing for the passion. They're playing for the ideals behind it. And I think the next one that really got me was Churchicide from, I believe they're based in Austin. We played with them in San Antonio. Jake Holmes was actually the frontman. He also was in several other very prominent bands in Texas that anyone Googling that could be able to figure out, but that it does include Plutonian Shore. He is an amazing man, an amazing frontman on this too. He actually stepped out from behind the bass for once and put on one hell of a show. Violent, just captivating. Those would probably be the most prominent players that I've seen thus far. There's been many others, sure, and I can't thank them enough for joining us, for displaying their talent and their power, but those three definitely stood out to me.
This next song we dedicate to our brothers and to the wolves. This next song is called The Forge!
But so far, it's been a great night. The bands before us have been technically very skilled, very passionate for certain. Belieth definitely impressed me. That was one that I actually hadn't heard before tonight. I was just recommended, and they got on the bill, thanks to the people from Imperialist who I have been talking to for quite a while now. I do generally know them as much as you can online, and I really like them. They recommended Belieth, and I said, you know, if they're good to you, they're good enough for me. And they showed up. They truly impressed me with brutality and technical skill. Very, very powerful performance. They could go places, for certain. That one's probably the hardest question out of that, because the Devil's Blood is not just a band. It never was. Even still after Selim's passing, it is a monument. It is something that reaches from some other dimension, some other causeway that we have never reached before, and grabs you. The Devil's Blood was for all of the core of Grave Gnosis, actually, was one of the first to actually show that there is something more to music. There is something more to this approach and this style. So the Devil's Blood introduced us in many, many ways to the idea of interpreting spirituality and magic through music. And not just in a way that it is secondary, but that it is the primary focus, and that the music is just the after effect. And that the music itself is the natural causation of this very, very powerful and primal magic. The Devil's Blood in everything that they did, Selim in everything that he created, has been an inspiration to all of us. For me personally, definitely in my guitar. I'm not playing guitar on this tour, but in the writing, in how I present myself, I just always remember how he and how the Devil's Blood presented themselves, how it was no longer about them. They were gone. It was not a human being there. It was the living embodiment of that energy, that entity, what have you, that they are trying to bring forth. That purity has never been seen in any others. And so that sort of devotion is something that we all try to maintain in our own lives and in our stage. Find the music. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Grave Gnosis. We have a Bandcamp, which is just simply gravegnosis.bandcamp.com. We are also on Spotify, under Grave Gnosis, of course. And we have several videos, both live and promotional, on YouTube. We're also on Apple Music, but no one uses Apple Music, so that doesn't really matter.